Hey guys, welcome. This is Filmlab. I'm Joan.
Steven.
And we're going to be reviewing the X Trilogy, which comprises of X, Maxxxine, and Pearl.
Yes.
How does this make you feel?
It's a good one. This has been a long time coming. I mean, we've been planning this review for quite some time, and I'm glad that we get to finally sit down and discuss one of my favorite trilogies right now.
Yeah, me too. It's actually one of my favorite trilogies.
Yeah.
But we're going to take them in parts because each part has a different story, but it's all interconnected. Yeah, so we're going to take them in parts. Don't go anywhere. This is still Filmlab, and we're reviewing the X Trilogy.
Farmer's daughter, take one. I need to be famous, Wayne. All the best.
Nobody else out there like you. You know why?
Why?
Because you got that X Factor. Our days of struggling may soon be over.
Hollywood, here we come.
So this is it. Our own studio backlot.
You're looking for a place to stay.
Oh, yes, sir.
That's one ugly son of a bitch. And my wife, Pearl, is next door, so I would appreciate a little discretion.
He don't know what we're doing, does he?
Well, it's better to beg for forgiveness and ask for permission.
Would you like to come inside?
Much obliged.
I want to be in the movie.
Well, you can't.
Okay, we're back. This is still Filmlab, and we're going to start with X, which came out in 2022. Now, let's talk about Mia Goth. I realized that Mia Goth is such an amazing actor. Her range is so good that nowadays directors are using her to play two characters. Yeah, what do you think about the dual character that she played in X?
Yeah, I didn't even know it was her initially until I had to go and do some research, and I discovered that she played the old lady and she played
Pearl and Maxxxine.
Yeah, so
yes.
It was great. It was great to see, and I would say she delivered. Pearl, obviously, as a character, was very disturbing, but then at the same time, also a very disturbed character.
Yes.
And despite the movie not going into much detail into her background or even Maxxine's background, I think it was good that those movies came out later on and we got to know how they ended up where they did. But within the film X, she delivered. Her acting range was excellent, and I think the supporting cast also did a great job. They helped her out, and Ty West handled both characters perfectly.
Speaking of Ty West, right? Let's talk about the grindhouse homage. You know, the 70s aesthetic, the gritty. He didn't just stop at, okay, we're going to make a movie based on the 70s, and we're just going to, make it look, just have the costume look like it's in the 70s, the mode of language, the set design. He actually took it really far, which I really appreciated, and he made it gave us that gritty 70s aesthetic.
It felt like the movie was made in the 70s.
It felt like it was made in the 70s.
It didn't just look like a 70s movie.
It didn't look a
70s movie made in 2025.
Or 2022.
Or 2022 rather. It looked like a movie made in the 70s.
I mean, the opening scene,
everything
the font,
about it,
the the soundtrack, everything. I really rate that.
Yeah, it was excellent. It was excellent. And it just shows intentionality.
Yes.
It shows a filmmaker that is intentional, that is not just creative, but like is in control of his art forms. Is a true auteur.
Yes.
Yeah, Ty West. Great notes there.
Yes. And finally, X had a lot of vulnerability and a sprinkle of violence.
Sprinkle? A sprinkle, you mean a splash? More like a splash of violence, man.
Well, a splash of violence, and this stemmed from Pearl.
Yeah.
Pearl's rage.
I think it was the most tense of them all, though. Like, so you saw a lot of suspense.
Yes.
From all three, this had the most suspense. It had the most like tension building, underlying tension. and then also it used it well in the sense that it wasn't just like a gimmick,
yes,
but like you were glued to your screen,
yes,
like waiting to see what will happen here.
yes.
It was a great film.
So we're done with X, and we're going to move on to Pearl, right, which is a continuation of X, but Pearl is the origin story of the villain, Pearl. Great. So when we come back, because we're going to go on a quick short break, when we come back, we're going to tear into Pearl, which was released in 2022. This is Filmlab, and this is the X Trilogy review.
Caring for your family during these times is admirable. But you only get one take at this life.
If only they would just die.
Pardon?
Nothing. I want to be special, dancing up on the screen like the pretty girls in the pictures.
I will not let you leave this farm again.
I'm worried there may be something real wrong with me.
Rumor has it they only take one gal per town.
We're looking for someone with X Factor.
Has to be me.
How about a film nobody else has seen?
Is it legal?
Will be eventually.
I know what I've done. Bad thing.
Pearl came out in 2022, but Pearl is much more focused on the villain's origin story, which is Pearl herself. And it is such an interesting, I like the fact that they introduced her origin story, they put it in the middle. Yeah. You know, it wasn't the first, it wasn't the last, it was just right, like who she was as a young woman, certain things that affected her, and let's go into it now. Pearl is indeed a villain, and would we say that this is one of the many villains that we feel sympathy for, knowing her
low-key, I
origins?
don't feel any sympathy for Pearl, man. Her life is what it is. It's just someone highly delusional, struggling to cope with reality, unresolved issues, anger, regret, resentment, unwilling to forgive your parents. And the truth is, at some point your life becomes your life, and I feel like Pearl just couldn't handle it, and she crashed out, man, massively. And she just, from what you see in X, it just shows that she was on a downward spiral all the way till her old age, really, to be honest.
I think some blame will go to her upbringing, but at the end of the day, how much, at some point you have your life, right?
Yeah, plus you don't have to spiral into a lunatic.
But I feel like her upbringing also really made her into...
There's so many people with bad upbringings. Do they turn into murderous lunatics?
Some people don't, some people do.
Yeah, fair enough.
Some people
So
don't.
the ones that do will do jail. Seriously.
Fair. And I feel like the time she was born into, the war.
1918, yeah, terrible time as well.
Very terrible times, the war, being married and...
fulfilling your dreams in that period of life.
And then it just felt like she was just living for her family and not living for herself, but living for every single thing society had conditioned her to live the war, by virtue of the war. And then her mother, and then the issue that
but then
with
when
her
she
dad,
gets her freedom,
she spiraled out
still spirals out of control.
Because she wasn't educated on how to handle freedom.
No,
she
I
was
think
never
she
educated.
couldn't handle disappointment.
You think so?
Yeah, because she got disappointed.
Yeah, one too many times.
Not one time.
No, her marriage, she got disappointed.
Fair enough.
Yeah, one too many times. She started something. She had a dream. Went, tried to access the dream. She still got disappointed.
So yeah, I would say yeah. So she didn't deal with disappointment.
She didn't deal with disappointment.
Two disappointments in your life is not enough for you to spiral like
And
this.
then she didn't have affection. dealing with disappointments.
And then, lack of affection.
Lack of
she had a really
affection.
mean mother as well.
I wouldn't say mean. I would just say she had a strict mother. Who
very realistic.
Very realistic. Who didn't know how to even deal with affection, and who had a lot of pent up.
She was also emotionally
crippled
as well.
Yeah. I think the only person that could have given her some sense of affection was her dad, but he was.
Don't spoil it.
He was what he was at the end of the day. So let's go back to the feel of it. It indeed is a horror movie, but one thing I love is that in as much as it's a horror movie, there were so many colors.
Yeah, it was colorful.
Light blue, yellow,
red,
green, red, so many bright colors. Because usually horrors are very gritty, dark, but I just love the contrast.
It was closer to a slasher. It was a great film.
Yeah, it was closer to a slasher indeed. Yes. And then one thing I do love about Pearl is the opening scene. I think that's one of my favorite scenes, one of my many favorite scenes, because her monologue was, to me, was top tier. People choose scenes, but people don't know how to sometimes, when they have like a long monologue, you can easily get bored.
Yeah, it was subtle, but it was still impactful.
Very impactful. Her monologue, the way Mia Goth delivered it, she brought us into her mind, basically, and her fantasy.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, and the barn was her audience.
Yeah, she did.
It was beautiful, and leading up to the monologue, you could see something that just put everybody on a okay, didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it took a sharp turn as well.
It did.
That's a great way to start a film, to be honest.
Yes.
I think we're going down this path and then we end up somewhere completely different.
Great. So it's been an amazing, boom bam bang review of Pearl, which was super wonderful. So we're gonna go into Maxxxine, which is the last leg of the trilogy. But let's go on a quick short break. This is still Filmlab, and we're reviewing the X trilogy.
Maxxxine. Your agent tells us you're quite a popular name in adult film and entertainment. Is that correct? I'm curious, did you always want to be in that line of work?
I always wanted to be famous.
If you need to read off the sides we gave you, just go ahead, all right?
I know the lines.
She turns to the camera and, through her trauma, addresses the lens directly.
Name 5 celebrities who got their start in horror movies.
Jamie Lee Curtis, John Travolta, Demi Moore, Brooke Shields, and
Maxxxine fucking Minx.
I don't like walking out here with that freaking Night Stalker guy in the loose.
The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker?
Night Stalker.
Is
terrorizing Los Angeles.
I can handle myself.
So said every bad girl in Hollywood.
Maxxxine, I'm the private detective. I had to find you. My employer is a very powerful man. The past ain't finished with you. It's gonna keep knocking at your door.
Tragically, another victim of the Night Stalker.
If I knew 3 people who were murdered in 3 days, I'd be pretty scared. What are you hiding, Maxxxine?
If I tell you something, we've got confidentiality.
Welcome back. This is still Filmlab, and we're reviewing the X trilogy, and we're on the last leg of the X trilogy, Maxxxine, which came out in 2024. Yes, I love Maxxxine. Let me tell you guys something. Maxxxine is a continuation of X, but it's the last leg. So Maxxxine lets you know what happens after
X.
I just love the arrangement.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was wonderful. So Maxxxine really takes us into the whole idea of Hollywood exploitation and shows us the dark side of Hollywood. How actors are exploited, the ambition of actors, and sometimes actors have to actually reinvent themselves. It shows us that once you're typecast, which is a real thing.
Yeah, it does happen.
It does happen. Once you're typecast, it feels like you can't actually leave. And even when you apply for certain roles, you want to cast for certain roles, the role or the industry within film that an actor has always, performed in can be a hindrance to other roles in other movies.
Yeah, I would say so. Matthew McConaughey famously gave an interview where he was trying to break out of the rom-com stereotype, and he spent several months unemployed.
Whoa.
Basically, yeah, and people were giving him massive offers, but he was turning them down because he wanted to do serious movies, serious dramas at least. And it took almost a year of no work before he got Dallas Buyers Club. And from there, he was now able to start going on the road, True Detective, and he was able to reinvent himself. So yeah, that does happen in real life Hollywood. But this movie explores it in a darker way as well.
Yes,
obviously we're in a horror world, so it does a great job of touching on those topics. Yeah.
I actually didn't know that Matthew McConaughey went through that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but I think you mentioned that Hollywood, this movie just showed a darker version of it, which could also be some people's reality.
Exactly.
At the same time. But let's talk about Maxxine's transformation. When you watch Pearl, and you see all the things that she went through, all the activities that molded, shaped her, right? Would you say that she transformed from survivor to star and became the predator, not the prey?
I wouldn't say so. I would still say she was still largely hunted in this movie. At some point, she had to take matters into her own hands.
Yes.
And she flipped the script because obviously after going through what she went through in X, I don't think she was going to ever be fazed by, or at least not as scared with the scenarios that she was putting in Maxxxine. But still, she was still in a lot of danger. She still faced a lot of
and that
problems.
was her dark secret,
Yeah, exactly. So you could also see the way they handled the blowback or the PTSD from the activities that happened to her in X. You can see how that made her a bit stronger, gave her some trauma, but it helped her deal with the scenarios in Maxxxine a bit better. But at the same time, I would say that in terms of transformation, where you're looking at her as in her film career, she still suffered, man. She had to go through a lot. Someone had to take a chance on her, and even while that was the case, she couldn't give her all because of all the activities that were haunting her from her past. So she still went through a lot. But I would say in terms of being a star, no, she wasn't a star, but she was a stronger-willed character by the time we get to Maxxxine compared to X.
So I feel like in Maxxxine, she really transformed under the film umbrella that she was tired of, because if you watch X, you could see that she kept saying, one day I'm gonna be a star.
Yeah, she would psych herself up.
Yeah.
She was also a little naive in X as well. I think the naivety was done.
A little naive.
I think the naivety was done by the time she got to Maxxxine.
She was extremely naive. Yeah. So that's why I would say she actually evolved
by the time she got
as
to
a
Maxxxine.
character. Yeah. She became stronger. And what even made her stronger was when tragedies started to happen around her to people that she loved and respected.
Yeah.
And the fight, that pushback really did something to her. So yeah, every disappointment isn't a disaster. You can actually turn it around for your own good.
Take notes, Pearl.
It's a wrap. Thank you so much. It's been brilliant. Now straight to the Filmlab rating of the X trilogy. Let's do it one by one.
Okay, or should we just rate the whole trilogy?
No. I'm excited to do it one by one.
Okay, I'll give X an 8.
Whoa!
Yeah,
is this 8. Coming from you?
Yeah, X is an 8. X is fantastic. Pearl, a 7.5, and Maxxxine, a 7.5.
Yeah.
So 8 for X, 7.5 for Pearl, 7.5 for Maxxxine.
I would give X a 7.5. I would give Pearl, though, an 8.5.
Wow.
Because I really love Pearl.
Fantastic.
Love. And I would give Maxxxine a 6.
Whoa, 6 for Maxxxine. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Have you forgotten that scene where the car gets? Come on, man. That was really ingenious.
I remember, but in comparison to X.
No, don't compare it to the other two movies as a movie.
As a movie.
Because if you do that, obviously I would have given Maxxxine a 7 or something.
So.
But just as a movie, Maxxxine.
Maxxxine as a movie it's a good 7.5.
Yeah, it's a good 7.
But Pearl for me is an 8.5. I'm so tempted to give it a 9, but I don't want to be too generous. But yeah, it's an 8.5. That's my favorite of all. What's your favorite of the trilogy?
Like in terms of rewatchability,
yeah,
Pearl. I feel like I can watch Pearl at least 2-3 times.
Yeah,
and it's funny sometimes. There's some scenes that make you laugh. Yeah.
Anyway, this is a wrap. Continue to be part of the conversation. Our social media handles and phone number is showing on the screen right now. It's been an exciting time on Filmlab.
It has.
It has been an exciting time on Filmlab. Thank you so much, Stephen.
Thank you so much.
Yes, until next time, this is my favorite part. Cut.